Hi, good afternoon, Jacques. Good afternoon, Jesse.
Hi, Mubin.
Hello.
Hi, Jacques. Can you please tell us the selections and the reasons for some of the changes? If I look at Jaden Henderson, he's out of the 23. Could you tell us that one? And then also Makazole Mapipi on the bench. So yeah, could you just take us through the changes and the reasons for it? Thanks.
Yeah, yes, like I've mentioned in the past, Mubin, I think we are truly blessed with world-class nines. If you look at somebody like Jaden, probably started the year as maybe the third choice, and then we have Kobus and Faf, who we have been very successful with in the past. So we just felt, yeah, that Jaden has actually had a couple of starts now. I think probably 6 or 7 in a row, and yeah, we've got world-class nine. So we thought that bringing Faf back, he was on the bench last week. I thought he brought good energy when he came on, and we have the likes of a guy like Kobus who play his rugby in this part of the world. He knows the players quite well. He's also very exciting and can maybe unlock something if he comes off the bench. If there's a forward that's slow, he's got good ability to snipe around the ruck. So yeah, we just thought we've got really good scrum halves in the scrum halves available to us. So it's probably more a little bit of a rotation and to give other guys also opportunity. And like I said, I really thought that Faf brought some energy when he came on in the second half. And like I mentioned, now I think Kobus probably knows the players quite well, and we all know how exciting Kobus can be. If you think back in the World Cup and also British and Irish Lions series where we lost Faf, we put some big performances in for us in big games. And then the other question was on Makazole. Yeah, we just still thought again. I thought Willie brought good direction when he came back on. When he came on in the second half, probably brings all that experience that he's picked up over the last couple of years. He's a well-seasoned or experienced fullback, and we think with the likes of Cheslin and with the likes of Kirtley, and we know Makazole is a quality player. He's we there also. We've got three really good wings that can finish. Yeah, we just thought that's the best combination to face the French. We're going to face a particular style of play, which is maybe a little bit different to other countries, and we think they're the most suited back three to handle that.
Thanks, E. Hi, everyone. Jacques, just a quick one on the goal kicking. Has it been a particular focus this week? Has anything changed in terms of preparation or time spent on that specific area of the game?
Yeah, Craig. Yeah, yes. I think I'm going to take some time on this because I know it's a big talking point. And yes, listen, we've got we. How can I say? We are on our. We know that since okay, let me start like this. We started in 2018. We started with Andre and Elton, and they played the majority, if not all, the test matches. And we had our backup 10 was established, seasoned international that can play fly off in France, Spain. Unfortunately, we are where we are. Not one of the three of them are available. So we are currently, and I don't want to call Gaza our third choice because I think although he's only playing now his fourth test at 10, we all know the quality of the player. But in saying that, yes, he's a seasoned campaigner, played 25 tests or more for South Africa. But like I said, it's only the fourth time that he has to take over the goal kicking duties because in the past we always had other guys there. So yes, we are working on it like we do always. I mean, they measure their kicks in training, every single kick. We can tell you what the kicking percentage in trainings are, but it's a different thing to go into a test match with a Springbok on your chest and you have to kick in front of 85,000 people and it's for your country. It's a different kind of pressure. And the only way they will get better in those situations is to play in that situation, to kick for goals in those situations. So, yes, we are working incredibly hard on it. Yes, the players are taking it unbelievably serious. And but unfortunately, the most senior experienced international fly-off that we have is Damian Willemse, and he's still getting into the 10 position there. Although he's played 25 tests, it's only his 4th test that's 10. And on that, I mean, there's a fly-off. Yes, if he can kick for goal, it's awesome. But he must have a good attack. He must drive the forwards forward. He must drive the game for us. He must have a good defensive kicking game. He must spot space. If he's required to go and ruck into a breakdown, he needs to do that well. So there's lots of things I think that makes a good fly-off, you know. And some goal kicking is one of them. If you don't have another goal kicker, but yeah, we're working incredibly hard on it. So yeah, we know where we are in terms of that, in terms of having a seasoned fly-off. Injury has dealt us with the hand we have. The guys are training their socks off, trying to and working hard to improve it. And I trust them. They will.
Very great.
Thanks, Ina. Hi, Jacques. Hi, Jesse. I'm sure there's going to be lots of questions about the selection. Mine's more about the game. So late. How does that affect your day? Because it's quite an unusual time, but maybe it's good preparation for next year as well.
Yeah, no, it is quite. It's I think it's a 9:30 start over here. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's that time. AZ. I think it's a 9:30 start. Yeah, 9 start. No, not 9:30, 9 start. Yeah, so yeah, it is quite late, and it's something that we will adapt to, and probably the thing that the players, and maybe Jesse can give input on that. I think that the players do, they just go to bed a little bit later the night before, and they just sleep in late. So we just adjust. We'll have the same lead up into the game. It only starts a little bit later, and we normally do it. Let's say we have a 1 o'clock kickoff like we did, I think, last year against Scotland. Then we've got a specific program. Let's say a 6-7 hour program that we run. We just adjust that according to the time we kick off. So when when the kickoff happens, we work 7 hours back, and so the players get into a rhythm of building up into a game. And if the game is at 1 or at 9, we just adjust the starting point of that specific program.
But does it gnaw away at nerves, Jesse, a little bit when you got to wait so long to get out there?
No, I think like Jacques says, we've got our main thing program, and yeah, it's actually quite nice. The guys will in the morning we all either go for a coffee, or guys do whatever they want to. But I mean, we know that when we get to that first kind of meeting for our day, that's when we switch on, and that's when we start get our kind of heads right for the game and get things going. So I don't think it affects us nerves wise, or personally it doesn't make a difference to me. I think yeah, it's the main thing is for us to just, I suppose, pitch up when we need to, and
Thanks.
Justin?
Thank you, Z. Good afternoon, Jacques and Jesse. Jacques, just on Manie and his inclusion on the bench, how much have you been impressed by him, and sort of are you looking towards him to bring to the pitch should he get that opportunity on Saturday?
Yeah, Justin, I think, yeah, Manie is, I think if you look at, and we had the question about the fly-offs, I think if you look at the majority of the fly-offs we have currently playing in South Africa, if you look like at Manie, even Gianni, I'm thinking of the franchises now quickly, Chris, Sasha, who else is there? They all can I say, pretty experienced at URC level or franchise level fly-offs, and but they don't have a lot of international experience. So that's where we are, and that's the nice thing of the SAA team, where Stocker and them are going to give some of them an opportunity. I think the nice thing about Manie, this is his 3rd week with us now, and I think from my perspective, looking at him, running in the training sessions. He's a lot more comfortable in terms of running the show and getting used to the language, what we call a skip pass, what we do in certain areas of the field. So I think he's getting nice and comfortable, seeing that it's his third week, and we are confident that if we do get an opportunity, that won't be, he won't have to think about what's happening here, and he can just play his natural game. And the thing that I would like to see from him, and I think the team needs from him, and the other coaches need from him, is to do what Manie does best, and to play with his specific skill set that he has available to him. And so yeah, we're quite looking forward, and I hope things pan out the way that we can actually give him some time on the field.
Rosie?
Ek sê vir baie dankie. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Coach, jammer om dit aan jou te doen, meneer. Jy het nou moeite gedoen om die kwessie in Engels te verduidelik. Kan jy asseblief die kwessie in Afrikaans ook verduidelik rondom die loskakel kwessie, hoe Manie Libbok in die proses inpas? Coach, kan ek nou net vra in jou antwoord? Jy het die term rotasie gebruik in hierdie span. Vorm Eben Etzebeth nie deel van daai term rotasie nie? Of is daar geen rede vir julle om Eben Etzebeth 'n ruskans te gee nie?
Okay, sê in Afrikaans oor die fly-offs. Ja, weet jy, ons sit in die posisie ongelukkig as gevolg van beserings. As mens gaan terugkyk van 2018 af, die fly-offs wat ons gebruik het was Andrei, dit was Elton en dit was Frans gewees. En ek dink al die toetse wat ons gespeel het, was hulle beskikbaar vir ons en ons het hulle gebruik. Maar as gevolg van hulle onbeskikbaarheid nou, en ek wil nie vir Damian Willemse 'n derde keuse fly-off noem, want hy is nie. Ek bedoel, ons almal het gesien wat hy kan doen en hy's 'n baie goeie fly-off. So yes, ons is meer as gemaklik met Damian op 10, jy weet, en hy bring vir ons baie op aanval, baie op verdediging. Hy dryf die pak vorentoe. Hy maak seker dat die voorspelers op hulle voorvoet speel. So ons is baie gemaklik met hom daar, maar uit sy 25 toetse wat hy al gespeel het vir ons, of 26, ek weet nie, ek weet hy's daar in die mid-20s, is dit maar sy 4de toets wat hy op 10 gaan speel, en dit vat maar 'n tydjie, en ek dink, as mens kyk na sy 4de toets wat hy gaan speel Saterdag op 10, dink ek hy doen uitstekend, jy weet, en ek dink ons weet hy kan 12 speel met gemak, ons weet hy kan 15 speel met gemak, waar hy die meeste van sy internasionale rugby gespeel het. So ja, dit is waar ons is, as mens praat oor fly-offs, en dan in terme van Manie, ja, ek dink Manie raak baie meer gemaklik in ons, of hy's gemaklik nou in ons, dis sy 3de week saam met ons, hy's gemaklik in ons spanverband, gemaklik om te praat, gemaklik om leiding te vat, jy weet, hy begin die calls is nie meer, dis nie asof hy moet leer wat noem ons 'n skip pass nie, dit kom 'n tweede natuur, want dis 'n ander taal wat ons gebruik by die Bokke as wat hulle gebruik by die Stormers, en ek dink hy's gemaklik nou met dit. En wat verwag ons van hom as coaches en spelers is om te doen wat Manie doen, jy weet, Manie het 'n spesifieke skillset wat hy het, wat ons wil graag sien, dis hoekom ons hom gekies het, jy weet, en hy moet dit asseblief na die wedstryd toe bring, as hy die kans kry om op te gaan. In terme van, ja, Percy, ek dink, as ek neem aan, die vraag wat jy vra oor rotasie is na gelang van die skramskakels. En ons is bevoorreg, ons het 3 meer, ons het op 'n stadium 5 skramskakels by ons gehad, en ek dink nie daar's baie te kies tussen Faf, Jaden en Kobus nie, jy weet. So vir ons is dit maar net, Kobus het ongelukkige besering gehad, hy het al vir ons in die Britse en Ierse Leeu's gespeel, hy het vir ons in die Wêreldbeker gespeel. Faf het die meeste van ons wedstryde van 2018 vir ons gespeel, ook Rugby Championship al vir ons gewen, World Cup vir ons gewen, Britse en Ierse Leeu's vir ons gespeel, en Jaden het hierdie jaar deurgekom toe daar beserings was, toe Kobus sy skouer beseer het en Faf konkussie gehad het Jaden sy kans gegryp, en En dit was 'n kwessie van hy het nou al 6 wedstryde vir ons begin, Jaden. En ek dink Faf het lekker energie gebring. So ek dink nie as ons roteer is dit om game time te manage nie. Dis om 'n ou wat goed gedoen het 'n kans te gee. En ek dink op die stadium speel Eben uitmuntende rugby. Jy weet en korte ruskans. Ek dink as jy na sy minute gaan kyk wat hy van Januarie af tot nou gespeel het, dink ek nie hy's van die hoogste nie. Internasionale rugby, yes. Maar ek dink as 'n mens teruggaan, dan sal 'n ou besef na die Engelandse wedstryd wat ons laas jaar gespeel het Eben Bitterman Club rugby gespeel as gevolg van 'n konkussie. So hy was 3 maande uit. So as 'n mens gaan kyk na sy totale globale minute wat hy hierdie jaar rugby gespeel het, is dit in vergelyking met 'n ou soos Sia, is dit in vergelyking met 'n ou soos Jasper. Ek dink Jasper het eintlik om van die meeste al gespeel, maar ja, nee, so Percy, ek dink Eben, ons kyk na hom, ons maak seker dat hy nie oorspeel is nie. Ja.
Guys, unfortunately, we're running out of time, so we'll take one more question from Leighton, and then we'll switch over to the floor over here.
Thank you, Z. Hello, Jock. Hi, Jesse. Jock, just in terms of the team's counter-attacking, it was quite effective last Saturday against Ireland. Do you feel the opportunities that you create with that can be better utilized against France in terms of having a more broken play, if you understand my question, that the game they play?
Yeah, Leighton, firstly, I think it's going to be a different challenge. You know, it was an area that we thought there might be opportunity for us against Ireland, but France will be completely different in terms of that. And I guess your question is, do we think that the opportunities and the turnovers we did create in the Ireland game, did we utilize that to our fullest? And I think there we'll probably both will say no, we didn't. And that's probably what I spoke about after the game, and what we spoke at length as a group. You know, when we create opportunities like that, there must be excitement of note. You know, that we must come alive, and maybe we didn't ignite as much as we could have in those situations, and it's something that we as coaches must take on a chin. There's a lot of things that you mentioned in the week, and maybe we should have put more of an emphasis on that and more of a spotlight on that, but we certainly spoke about that. And if we do get opportunities in the French game, I'm sure the guys will be bubbling of excitement to utilize that opportunities, because I think in the quality team of the French, you're not going to get a lot of those opportunities. So when you do get them, you'll have to switch on, and you'll have to have massive excitement with the ball in hand, and use that 10-15 seconds of unstructured defense that you will face.
Guys, we're going to switch to the floor now, but you can stay on the link for now. Any questions?
We only haven't faced.
Yep.
What kind of what makes?
Yeah, yes. No, they, like I mentioned to our media, I think they play a little bit different than other teams. I mean, they've got in my opinion, a very unique kicking game that they bring to the party. That is something that I think, if you look at, I think the last time they lost was against Australia in the first test in 2021, if I'm not mistaken. So they 11 on a trot. So I think everybody is trying to unlock France at this stage, but nobody has found the recipe yet. So I think that's the challenge for us as coaches and for us as players, you know, to try and unlock that. And like I say, they bring I think they're a very confrontational team in terms of their ball carriers. They've got some big men, and they've got a good set piece. I think their line out accuracy is quite high. I think it's over 90s. They've got a good rolling maul. Yeah, so I think across the board, and then I'm not even talking about their defense. I think they're quite a stingy team. They don't allow teams to, obviously with their kicking game, you don't get close to their half. And when you do get there, they are a really well organized defensive side. You can really see that the coaches have, it's a different French team that we faced, rightly so. When you mentioned the last time I think we faced them was in 2018, you know, a year before the previous World Cup, and it's almost a year before the next World Cup now again. So we're looking forward to it. And like you rightly say, 11 tests. They're the only team I think in the last they're the only unbeaten team I think since after COVID. So it's going to be a nice challenge for us.
But out of the game, so I wait for the end. But Eben played the preseason in Toulon. Just in player of Toulon. To give you some advice about the region, the weather, the team, the field.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the field. I don't know if they've played there before. I'm not sure. But yes, in terms of advice, I would say probably they know the players. So we will profile players and we might pick up a trend in a player. They might, and it's nice always the confirmation when we say, listen, this player does this particularly well. It's nice when a guy like Eben will go yes, or even when Reinhard Alstedt, he would say yes, that player is really good at that specific in that specific area. So it's nice to get confirmation if we do work on the players and profiling the players. And in terms of weather, yes, it's nice too. They've experienced this weather, and obviously they know the environment. Toulon, they know Toulon quite well. So we do get some good coffee, a little bit off field stuff, but where you can go for good coffee and stuff like that. Yeah, it's always nice to have somebody that knows the environment and that knows that have played in this league before. Yeah.
Back in here for the World Cup, of
Yeah.
course. About facilities, you seen 2 days, and about that field that you seen 2 days and environments.
Yeah, no, I think we're fortunate to actually experience for a week what we probably will experience in the World Cup for up to 6 weeks. I think we will be based in Toulon. So it's nice for us to familiarize ourselves with the travel times, with the fields, with the facilities, and that's why when we came over last year, it was in December. Myself and our general manager Charles came to visit the facilities, and yeah, I think we've got Toulon's got world-class facilities. I mean, we won't be able to train at their facility now because they in competition, but next year their facilities are available to us, and it's world-class.
You were mentioning the French kicking game, and Wallabies kicked the out of 10 times. And the way the Wallabies managed that was quite interesting as well. Do you expect such a test on Saturday night? And was the Wallabies and that was back three because of this kick?
Yes, you spot on. That's why the question about if you think the back three that we selected, we think it's the best combination to suit that. You're 100% right. I think in the game on Saturday against Australia, there was just under 80 kicks, and I think 70. Yeah, there was lots, and I don't think it will change. I think it's something that works for them. You know, it's something. It's like I say, it's a very unique kicking game. And that's probably from me from a coaching perspective, quite exciting to see that. There's great innovation in that kicking game and a lot of detail in that kicking game. So it's actually quite stimulating to see something like that, and that's why it's for us a unbelievable challenge to see. Obviously, we will try and make plans what we think will unlock it. Like I say, there were some brilliant coaches before us that tried to unlock it, that couldn't unlock it, and not only the kicking game, but I'm just saying the kicking game is one part of it. But yeah, we're quite excited to see if our plans will work.